Hello Bobos, I haven't done a video for ages, so I thought I would do one about triggers. Triggers are basically what bring out quite extreme, or at least over the top for the situation, feelings, such as extreme anger, extreme frustration, maybe extreme fear. And triggers are things that are showing you what needs healing inside, so wounds that you haven't yet explored. And usually that's because they relate to a childhood or very early wounding or hurt. So when a trigger comes up and you feel and you know that your reaction is disproportionately big to what's actually happening in the real world, which can be really hard to work out actually. If it's really bothering you, then you think it's objectively really bad, but usually there's something more going on. So I'm just going to tell you a few tips on how to deal with triggers. I remembered this because I had a massive one yesterday and I was so caught up in it I forgot to even think what it might be pointing to, but once I had, it was just so obvious and I parented it, which I'll talk about in a minute, and it was all fine. So my trigger, for example, was and is to a certain degree being ignored. I cannot stand people ignoring me or dismissing me. The first types of feelings that come up is that's so rude. Secondly, there's like a deeper layer of emotion, which is why are they doing this? And then underneath that is, can't they see me? I'm here. I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to be noticed. Why is no one noticing me? And then it gets kind of ramped up, and the more someone ignores me or dismisses me or doesn't notice what it is that I'm trying to do, the more I get angry and then sad at the same time. So that's a major trigger for me. And I realized that this was happening the other day and thought, okay, what is this kind of relating to? And it's related to my childhood and feeling ignored, or that I didn't count, or that people weren't taking me seriously, whatever, those kinds of feelings. And when I realized that, I was able to parent it. So parenting, I've mentioned before, it's parenting your inner child, the inner energy that you carry of your child. So yes, I'm 42 now, but that doesn't mean that I still don't have the energy of my little girl inside. And that's the energy that needs parenting, because when we're children, we can't deal with overwhelming feelings. It's not possible. We're not equipped to be able to do it. So whatever feelings we feel that are overwhelming just get pushed to the side and they get repressed, which is totally normal because that's how children are able to continue and become adults and not go completely schizo. So I had to look at these feelings, because once you've repressed them, that's all very good. But when you're an adult, you can look at them and you can rationalize them and you can feel them and you can release them. And that's the only way to deal with it. It's the only way to get rid of it. And it's the only way to get rid of the trigger. So yesterday when I was feeling really angry, I thought, okay, hold on. What is the original wound? What is the original wound that's actually making me feel angry? And it's me being whatever age I was, feeling dismissed, unheard. So I tried to really think back to that first time or second time, or just an early time that I could remember. Feel it. Really accept it, listen to the feelings and feel the hurt. It's horrible, but feel it. And then you can parent. So feel it for as long as you want, as long as you can. It might bring up some grief, it might bring up some real anger. Feel that anger, indulge it if you like. Then you can parent it. And parenting is when your older self, your adult self, reassures, nurtures, loves that inner energy. So you can take on the role of mother, usually works really well, and talk to your little girl. It's okay, you're okay now. I know this situation is making you feel like you were when whatever happened, but I'm here now. I being big me. I'm here now. I'm always going to be here for you. I'm never going to ignore you. This is in my case. Blah, blah, blah. So whatever feels natural, whatever feels good. And hey presto, the more you do this every time you have this particular trigger, it's kind of crazy how it works, but literally the less you will be triggered by this. So I'm hoping that in whatever, however many times it needs me to work on this, next time someone totally ignores me, is totally rude, totally ignores what I've done, the effort that it's taken me to do it, the discomfort that it's taken me to do it, I'll be like, okay, that's them. My worth doesn't depend on their validation of my effort or of my thinking. It's got nothing to do with me. It's literally their business. It's not mine. I'm not there yet, but you know, that's the whole inner work process. Hard as it may seem, but actually it's often the idea of it that seems a lot harder than actually doing it. So try it out. Let me know how you get on. Let me know what kind of wounds come up. We've all got the same kinds of wounds, really. So not being loved, being abandoned, all that kind of thing. So I'd love to hear how you get on. So 2 tips on how to get rid of triggers and live a balanced, perfect life. Bye.